How's it going, guys? Sorry for the little short delay in the beginning here. Nuclear One, back again. This is the second part of the coin haul video that I got during the trip to the States I had this summer. So the first video I showed you the whole thing of pre-war, no, I don't mean pre-war, I mean wheat pennies and a big stack of 2x2s. But the stack generally was big, had to split it in half. So this is the second part of the stack. Without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so first runner-up here is this British Guinea coin. Just gotta let it focus a little bit. Not good condition. Doesn't really matter to me. I like it because of the date. 1813. We'll just turn that upside down. There you go. Looks great. Next up is this coin from the Straits Settlements. I've always wanted a couple of coins from there. This one's is a really rough shape. It's 1888. They usually go for a lot of money from what I've seen. Like better condition ones. Not specifically this, but lots of others. But I like it because, well, I can read the date, I can sort of see the bust, and it looks pretty cool to me. Next up is, oh, sorry, the loop is shaking. This Italy 1931 2 lira coin. It's a cool date. It's nice condition. Next up, we've got, this is a coin from Canada, 1922. I really do like these any Canadian coins prior to the 1960s. I really think they look really cool. This is great. Next up is a coin from Trinidad and Tobago, 1967. Got this one off a garage sale. This insurance agent was selling off a lot of his old currency that he kept from his travels around the world, and between all the paper money, which was mostly paper money, there were a few loose coins, and I found this one. This was the oldest coin he had, the Trinidad and Tobago one. This is British Mandate of Palestine, 1927, 2 mils. Beat up condition, but at least you can read and see everything. The larger denomination ones, if I remember correctly, were made out of silver, and those go for a pretty penny, as they say. So the same guy that sold me those wheat pennies in the first video, and it had that half-cent, also had a bunch of steel cents, and not the best condition lying around. The back on this looks pretty good. You can even kind of see the stalks of wheat, like kind of details, but this has got some black gunk there. Let me see. Okay, next runner-up is this Falkland coin, 5 cents I think, 1974, proof. Looking good. Now, I've always wanted these tax tokens, and I told myself, all right, I'm going to try and look for some and get them, and I did. I got 4, to be exact. This first one's from Missouri. I don't know the exact dates on them. I haven't looked, but, oh, shit. This is, like I said, Missouri. This is the back. Got the state on it. Punched a hole right through the middle. This is Colorado. I think most of them were made during, between the 40s, maybe the 50s. That's what I think, but I'm not entirely certain, so I wouldn't take my word for it. This one's pretty good condition. This one's Mississippi. It's got a square hole in the middle. Looking pretty good. Now this one is, I don't think it's made out of metal. It's from Oklahoma, as you can see. The hole in the middle is kind of crude. Looks to be made out of some type of paper thing, maybe like cardboard or whatever. It's a neat coin. I think the Oklahoma one is practically my favorite. From all the tax tokens, I mean. Alright, I'm going to set that aside. Next up, I'm going to show you a bit of paper money. Alright, so I'll try to be sort of quick because I don't want the video to take too long. So I'll save my words, but I'll talk really briskly about them. I always wanted a silver certificate, so I got two of them, $1 and a $2. This is 1957. I'll show you the backs of them too. This is Biafra, £1. I really like this one. I think it's one of the favorites I got this entire trip. This is from the Netherlands, 1943. It's pretty cool. I like the date. Just flip this over. Oh, he's trying to escape. We all know how a back of $1 looks like. The back on this, I think, looks pretty gorgeous. And there you go. That's the Netherlands one. Sorry about the light over here. It's hard to adjust it. This is from the Russian Empire, I think, but somewhere between the teens and the 20s. Don't know the exact date of it. This is from France. I think this is 1943, if I'm not mistaken. Silver certificate. Really old design of the $2 bill. This is 1953, so even older. Don't pay attention really to the prices. I don't think that's what I paid for them, but I'm not quite sure. This is the military payment certificate, 5 cents. I think this might be 1954. They made a ton of these. I think probably around the Korean War, Vietnam War type thing. This one has to be from the Korean War period. They used to give these to guys instead of giving them actual money because they were afraid that they would use them outside of base, and then they didn't want people getting a hold of American cash cash. Oh, so I was mistaken. This is 1944. You can't see the date on this one because I don't quite know. The old design of the Monticello on the back. I think the newer ones, like from the 2000s, have a different design on the $2 bill of the Monticello. Just a standard design on the back here. I don't know if it's standard design, but I really like it though, the eagle. I also got a couple of these first day edition, I think that's what they call them in English, envelopes. I really like these. So this one's from Iraq. I think this is from around the 70s. This is also from Iraq, I think. This is also the 70s. I don't usually get these unless I can see some sort of date on them. Nothing special on the back. This is, I think, this is the UAE, but it also says Egypt right here on the bottom. I don't know why. This is around the 50s, it says here. So this is probably the 50s, it says here. This is also Iraq. This is around the 60s. It says 65 here. Just gotta lift that up. Backs are not too special. So this was a letter sent, I guess, to Denmark. I can't read cursive, so I don't really know what it says. I think this is Matilda? I'm not quite sure. So this is 1933. Not the best condition, but I like getting these for two things. Like I said, if I can see some sort of date, and if there's any writing on them, just better. This is 1934. Of course, the United States. I like these dates on them. I don't know if anybody, lives here or whatever. I don't know if I should be showing the actual address, but I still think it's really cool, especially because I think this is like a typewriter wrote this. And last up I got is this. I don't quite know what the date is, like just from looking through the camera. Like I said, I wouldn't have gotten this unless I could see a date. This is really bad condition, so I think this is some kid probably scribbled on this or whatever, the big X's. And I can't read what it says, but it's pretty cool. I think I probably got it because of this big red stamp. Alright, so that's it for this video. So this is, I think, the end for the coin stuff, unless I might dig up something I forgot that I got this trip. I'd like to do another video about video game related things that I got this trip as well. I got a couple of new consoles, some old video games, a couple of new ones, and I'd like to share that with you guys. So that's it for this video, and thanks for watching, and see you later.